When precincts must be combined into a single polling location, one combination strategy is the complete combination of precincts. This strategy entails the pooled utilization of all voting equipment within the polling location by all combined precincts. Overall performance of the complete combination strategy will be presented and considerations discussed. In a paper-based three-step voting system, check-in devices, voting booths, and ballot scanners are shared in the complete combination strategy. To assess the performance of this method of precinct combination, a simulation of the three-step voting process is performed for the combination of 2 and 3 precincts, in which each precinct has an in-person voter turnout of 1,500 voters. To demonstrate the effect of combining precincts, an unconsolidated polling location serving a single precinct is used for a comparison of consolidated polling location performance. Through simulation, it is determined that a polling location serving 1,500 voters from a single polling location requires 3 check-in devices, 8 voting booths, and 1 ballot scanner to ensure that the average voter wait time remains shorter than 30 minutes. The estimated cost of this equipment allocation is $10,024, not accounting for personnel. The footprint of these devices is 86 square feet, not including paths and space occupied by voters and election workers. A layout and visual simulation of an unconsolidated polling location is currently shown on screen. Within this visual simulation, voters move throughout the polling location, with check-ins positioned toward the entrance, voting booths positioned beyond the check-ins, and a ballot scanner to the left of the voting booths. When implementing the complete combination strategy for the combination of 2 precincts, a total of 5 check-ins, 17 voting booths, and 1 ballot scanner are required to ensure that voters wait less than 30 minutes to vote. This strategy requires 2 additional check-ins and 9 additional voting booths compared to a polling location serving a single precinct. For the complete combination of 3 precincts, 8 check-ins, 23 voting booths, and 2 ballot scanners are required to ensure an average wait time of less than 30 minutes. This is 5 more check-ins, 15 more voting booths, and 1 more ballot scanner than the unconsolidated polling location. The visual simulations of a complete combination polling location for 2 and 3 precincts are currently shown on screen. The polling locations are laid out with the check-ins positioned toward the entrance, voting booths positioned beyond the check-ins, and ballot scanners to the left of the voting booths. With respect to equipment costs, the complete combination of 2 precincts requires a total of $13,704 worth of equipment. Combining 3 precincts using the complete combination strategy costs a total of $23,375 in equipment. The unconsolidated polling location serving 1 precinct requires $10,024 worth of voting equipment. The voting equipment required for the complete combination of 2 precincts occupies a total of 155 square feet. Using the additional square footage of equipment as a scaling factor, the polling location serving 2 completely combined precincts must be at least 1.8 times larger than the polling location serving a single precinct. When combining 3 precincts, using the complete combination strategy, 232 square feet of equipment are required, which is 2.7 times more square footage compared to a polling location serving a single precinct. However, additional square footage may be required depending on the layout of voting equipment, the paths required to access that equipment, and additional staffing needs. In situations where too few resources are available for sufficient allocation, 1 fewer check-in to a completely combined polling location of 2 precincts increases the average wait time by 23 minutes, and 1 fewer voting booths increases average waiting time by 7 minutes. No fewer ballot scanners can be allocated for this strategy. Within a completely combined polling location serving 3 precincts, 1 fewer check-in increases average waiting time by 6 minutes, but 2 fewer check-ins increases average waiting time by 37 minutes. 1 fewer voting booth increases an average waiting time by 4 minutes, and one fewer ballot scanner increases average waiting time by 115 minutes. When implementing the complete combination strategy for consolidated precincts, there are several elements that should be considered. This combination may require additional operational processes. Given that check-in stations are shared between precincts, election workers must ensure that voters are checked into the correct precinct and that the correct ballots are distributed. Additionally, given the increase in equipment footprint compared to a polling location serving a single precinct, larger polling locations must be utilized, especially when consolidating 3 precincts. This consolidation strategy requires less voting equipment than operating individual polling locations, but demands larger polling locations and additional processes and election workers to ensure voters receive ballots for their appropriate precinct. One caveat that accompanies the allocation of more equipment within a single polling location is the layout of voting equipment and the focus of the flow of voters. While single precinct polling locations may have a straightforward or established layout, consolidated polling locations may require additional considerations to ensure voter flow and privacy are accommodated.